One receiver left here on first down. Only a yard, and it'll
be a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come up in an offset eye. On the toss, here's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
And Frank's kick is good. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know as special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Now Brady on the bootleg. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case, the feet.
And touchdown! Ricky Williams, 32 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, he's got him in the lead. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the
most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Jerry Rice, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go!
He'll try again with the arm here on Sargent and the completion, but now they face third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyler Eifert from 8 yards out, and the Cowboys cut into that lead. And he's a reliable target. He's more than that, though. Hey, look, I'm not going to say he's the best tight end in the league, but he's solid.
Yeah, because he's able to block, and that's almost a lost art for a number of the tight ends in the league now, because the most popular guys are almost what we call move tight ends, more like receivers, but those guys who can do it all, there's still a place for them in the NFL.
And that'll make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Final minute now of the third quarter. They'll need to get the play off quickly. To throw is Brady. And his throw here is incomplete. Dontrell Inman, the intended target. And it's third down. Seven yards remaining here on third down. Throwing is Brady on third down. He's got Cruz complete. He's got daylight. Touchdown! Victor Cruz, 66 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Senderick Marks there to make the tackle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll drop to throw. He's going to be taken down. He's sacked on the final play of this third quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Let's go!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They come out here in the eye. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Jack Doyle, 30 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And they will take a knee here. They'll come up with split backs in the backfield. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Melvin Ingram. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Now this offense ready to take over again. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken short. And not a good return here. He is brought down at the 7-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got done. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Give them 11 on the game there, and it'll be a Dallas first down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled. So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guys' jersey clean throughout the game.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Five yards left for the offense. It's second down. They run it again with Williams. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Now Williams. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Now another shot here at the PAT. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
Now on first down, he's going to sneak it. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down following the run.
Okay, I think we can safely agree. That's not a call you see very often on 1st and 10.
Ever. Who calls a first down sneak?
I guess the best we've probably seen is a first down quarterback draw.
Right.
Yeah, but not a sneak. But they did gain yards. Hey, give them credit. That's a good, solid game there on the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done. Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And look at this. It's a fake. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Williams. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They begin the drive with Williams. There he goes right side. 20, 10, 5, and he cuts right sideline and some room to go. Touchdown. Ricky Williams, 62 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
And to me, that touchdown last one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is going to be taken down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series, 3rd and 13.
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue 58!
So the false start will back them up 5. And with that penalty, the offense in a tough spot here, 3rd and 13.
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue 58!
Looking to throw. He finds some open field here. And he's out of bounds up past the 15-yard line. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Being chased out left. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue 58!
Now back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And give him a gain of 37. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.